Hello, Raider Nation. Welcome back to the Raider Homer channel. You are watching the MaskaRaider Reading Room with myself and the MaskaRaider. How you doing, MaskaRaider?
Homie, how are you?
I'm doing great on a Friday night, getting ready to read this book on a short history of the Oakland Raiders.
Absolutely, and I cannot wait to read it with you. So, how about we get started?
Well, let's get started.
Awesome. First of all, I'd like to give a big shout out to everybody who's joined us. A big hi to all the kids. Be good to each other. Be good to each other. So, today we're going to read, as Homie said, we're reading the Oakland Raiders story. This was published in 2017. The author's name is Alan Morey, and the publisher is Bellwether Media. You can find your copy on Amazon or possibly in your school library. And Bellwether Media, as you'll notice on the back, Bellwether Media has publications for each of the 32 teams in the NFL. But we know there's really only one real team in the NFL.
The Raiders.
Go Raiders. Chapter 1, tied for first. The Oakland Raiders face the Kansas City Chiefs on December 24th, 2011. The game starts slow. The first half ends with a 3-3 tie. The Raiders take the lead early in the second half. Quarterback Carson Palmer tosses a 61-yard bomb to wide receiver Denarius Moore. Touchdown Raiders!
Touchdown Raiders!
The fourth quarter ends much like the first half, with a tie. The game goes into overtime. The Raiders get the ball. Palmer tosses a long pass to receiver Darius Hayward Bay. This sets up a field goal. The Raiders win. They are now tied for the best record in their division. Some of the scoring terms that you'll hear: end zone. This is the area at the end of each football field. A team scores by entering the opponent's end zone with the football. Extra point, worth 1 point. This is the score that occurs when a kicker kicks the ball between the opponent's goalposts after a touchdown. A field goal, a score that occurs when a kicker kicks the ball between the opponent's goalpost without making a touchdown, and that's worth 3 points. A safety is a score that occurs when a player on offense is tackled behind his own goal line. That's worth 2 points. Touchdown Raiders! Touchdown is a score that occurs when a team crosses into its opponent's end zone with the football, and that's 6 points. The 2-point conversion. This is a score that occurs when a team crosses into its opponent's end zone with the football after scoring a touchdown, and that's worth 2 points. Homie?
My turn. Chapter 6, Outlaws of the NFL. The Raiders. Uh-oh, here we go. I got it. Boom. The Raiders are known as the Outlaws of the National Football League. They have been known for a tough style of play. Longtime owner Al Davis liked his team to play rough. He liked them to play rough.
Rough.
Uh-oh. Hold on a second. Let me get it going. Boom. Fans enjoy their team's reputation. They show it by going to games decked out in wild costumes. Much like this hottie over here on the right side of the screen.
Not wild costumes.
So wild costumes. Speaking of wild costumes, you got a pretty wild costume there, MaskaRaider. Why don't you tell the kids how you became the MaskaRaider?
Oh, thank you, homie. I would love to share this story. I'll try to keep it short. Anybody that knows me knows that that's a challenge. But it started with the mask, a.k.a. the MaskaRaider. Started with the mask, which I found in Honolulu, Hawaii at the International Marketplace. Then I found my hat, and the rest grew from there. What was very interesting is when the MaskaRaider first appeared in public, People were calling or referring to me as Maleficent. And I remember turning to my Raider sister, Mystic Raider, and asking her, "What's a Maleficent?" Well, she explained to me that it was part of the Sleeping Beauty. Then the Angelina Jolie Maleficent movie came out a couple of years later, and I can totally relate with the character. So that's how the MaskaRaider came to be. Thank you, homie.
Nice. All right, continuing on. Oakland, California lies in the eastern shore of the San Francisco Bay. It is a busy port city. The Raiders currently play home games at the Oakland Alameda Coliseum. This stadium is also known to baseball's Oakland Athletics. Each time the football field is changed to a baseball field, it costs $250,000.
$250,000, man, that's a lot of game day snacks.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say you can get a lot of donuts with that kind of money. Okay. So, the Raiders joined the NFL in 1970. They played in the American Football Conference. They are part of the West Division. The West Division includes the Denver Broncos, boo, the
Boo.
Kansas City Chiefs,
Boo.
boo, the San Diego Chargers, nobody cares about them. Yeah.
Wah,
And the
wah.
Raiders' main rivals are the Broncos and the Chiefs. Many fans also feel a strong rivalry with the nearby San Francisco 49ers. So talk a little bit about the Battle of the Bay.
Battle of the Bay. Do you know, homie, in 1970, I was 17 years old and already a longtime fan of the Raiders.
The Raiders. That's awesome.
Then to now, the Oakland Raiders almost did not exist. The American Football League, the AFL, wanted a team in Minnesota. But in 1960, the NFL planned to put the Vikings there. The AFL awarded a team to Oakland instead. The Raiders struggled at first. They won only 9 total games in the first 3 seasons. 9 games in the first 3 seasons. Yowza. Things changed starting with the 1967 season. The Raiders made it to Super Bowl II. They lost that game. But in the 1970s and the 1980s, they won 3 Super Bowls. And at that time, they were known as the team of the decades. After the 2002 season, the Raiders faced the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Super Bowl 37. The Bucs were then coached by John Gruden, the Raiders' former head coach. The Buccaneers this week, aren't we, homie?
Oh yeah, we definitely faced the Buccaneers this week, and I'm looking forward to getting our revenge with John Gruden as our coach again.
Yeah, there you go. So a little bit about a Raiders timeline, the history. In 1960, the Raiders joined the American Football League, or the AFL. In 1968, they played in Super Bowl II, but they lost to the Green Bay Packers. Final score, Raiders 14, Green Bay 33. In 1969, the Raiders hired head coach, legend John Madden. In 1970, the Raiders joined the National Football League, the NFL. In 1977, the Raiders won Super Bowl XI, beating the Minnesota Vikings. Final score, Raiders 32, Minnesota Vikings 14. In 1981, the Raiders won Super Bowl 15, beating the Philadelphia Eagles. Final score, Raiders 27, Eagles 10. In 1982, the Raiders... Sorry, homie, this is all you.
Oh yeah, okay, cool. In 1982, the Raiders moved from Oakland, California to Los Angeles, California. And then in 1984, the Raiders beat the Washington Redskins 38-9. And then they moved back to Oakland in 1995. And then in 2003, as we just talked about, they played in Super Bowl 37, but lost to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 21-48. And then in 2014, the Raiders drafted Derek Carr. Derek Carr.
Derek Carr.
All right. So
Team Superstars.
Chapter 4. Team Superstars. Star center Jim Otto was one of the first Raiders. Gene Upshaw and Art Shell joined him in the late 1960s. They formed one of the best offensive lines in NFL history. Uh-oh.
Jim Otto is a legend and an amazing, amazing human being. I'd like to take a second to wish his niece, Cindy Sinbad of the Northwest Raider Booster Club, a very happy birthday, Sinbad. You go, girl.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
In the 1970s, quarterback Ken Stabler led the Raiders to their first Super Bowl win. He remains the team's all-time passing leader.
Woohoo!
And then right here, the winning coach, John Madden, is a legend among head coaches. The Raiders never had a losing season with him as coach.
Never had a losing season. Interesting.
We could really use that right now. But of course, this is the history of the Oakland Raiders, so let's just go ahead and mention Derek Carr, who was just mentioned, and that he was drafted in 2014. He is now the leading passer as far as total yardage and touchdowns. Now all we got to do is get the wins in the Super Bowl to justify his record on our team.
Nicely said, homie. Nicely said.
All right, the Raiders' all-time leading rusher is Marcus Allen. He was the league's Rookie of the Year in 1982. Defensive end Howie Long was another star in the 1980s. He was also known for sacking opposing quarterbacks. Today, Khalil Mack is a sack leader for the Raiders. Then budding stars. Quarterback Derek Carr now leads the offense. Wide receiver Amari Cooper is one of his favorite targets. Now let's go over some of the greatest team greats. Jim Otto, center, played from 1960 to 1974. And Gene Upshaw, guard, played from 1967 to 1981. Art Shell was a tackle, playing from 1968 to 1982 and becoming the head coach in 1989.
89 or 90, I believe, yes.
Yeah. And then
Kenny Stabler.
Yeah, go ahead.
Kenny Stabler, quarterback from 1970 to 1979. Howie Long, defensive end, 1981 to 1993. Marcus Allen, running back, 1982 to 1992. And those are just a few of the team greats. Fans and team culture. Raider fans act like their team. They are proud of being loud and wild. Fans from other teams see us as villains. Dressing up in silver and black is a tradition. Each fan is creative with his or her look. Face paint, skulls, and spike make many of the fans' costumes kind of scary. But I'd like to throw in a little footnote that's not in the book, and that's to talk a bit about sportsmanship. Being a good winner and not being a bad loser is very important in sports. We all know how much it hurts when we lose. And so being a gracious or a kind winner always feels a little bit better. So don't make fun of people who lose, because we've all been a loser at one time or another, and try to be a good sport. Offer that handshake after that loss.
Amen to that.
The black hole. Football's most notorious fans. The black hole is a place at Oakland Alameda Coliseum to avoid. It is located at the south end of the stadium. The rudest and craziest fans sit there. They cheer on the Raiders and tease opposing teams. They lead the fans in pulling for the Raiders to claim the Super Bowl title once more. And that's what we're going for.
Now, as the official president of the official chapter here in Austin, Texas of the Black Hole, I must say that even though we are the world's most notorious fans, you shouldn't be scared of us because we are one big family. So make sure you head out to theblackhole.com and join the family.
There you go. And don't be too afraid. Just be cautious.
Respectful.
Respectful. That's the perfect word. And you know what? It's good to be respectful through life.
Oh, yeah. So more about the Raiders. Go ahead and tell us more about the Raiders.
Okay, more about the Raiders. The team name, the Oakland Raiders. Of course, the team name today is the Las Vegas Raiders. Team names explained. The team was named the Raiders to sound tough. Do you know what the original team name was, homie?
The Seniors.
The Seniors, exactly. The nickname is the Silver and Black, and they joined the NFL in 1970, and they were members of the AFL from 1960 to 1969. The Raiders are in the AFC Conference. We're in the Western Division, and our main rivals, the Denver Broncos, boo,
Boo.
And the Kansas City Chiefs.
Boo.
Boo. Okay, homie, you got this one?
Oh, yeah. Our hometown, a.k.a. the Mecca, will always be Oakland, California. And we used to hold training camp at Napa Valley Training Complex, Napa Valley, California. Wine country. Our home stadium was the Oakland Alameda Coliseum, and our stadium opened up in 1966, and it seated 53,250. Our logo, a black shield with the word Raiders, cross swords, and a pirate wearing a football shield. And of course, our colors are silver and black.
Wow, you know what, homie? With the stadium, with the Coliseum opened up in 1966, do you know the stadium is still in operation and it's over 45 years old?
Wow, that's awesome. That's really awesome. And then, of course, the name of our fan base is the Raider Nation, the only nation.
The only nation, the Raider Nation.
That's right. Well, MaskaRaider, I want to thank you for coming on the Raider Homer channel. You have a great idea of doing this masquerading reading room. I really do like it. I'm having a good time.
I'm having a great time, homie, and I want to give you a big thank you, a big hug, and a big mahalo for sponsoring and supporting the goal of sharing some of the Oakland Raiders history with our fan base, with the children. And again, this book, The Oakland Raiders History, you can find in your school library, if and when there is a library again. And again, Bellwether Media has published a similar book for each of the other 31 teams in the NFL.
Oh, yeah. So make sure you read them all and get caught up on all your knowledge.
There you go. Raider Nation, thank you so much, Homer. Much love. Much love.
Much love to you. All right, Raider Nation, thanks for tuning in. We look to do this again, so keep an eye out. And you know how we like to get out of here with the message from Wayne. What message do you have for the Raider Nation here and now and into the future?
Pretty simple, brother. Raider Nation, I'm speaking to you as an ambassador. Always stay true, stay loyal, keep the beliefs, and keep the faith. We will return.